And here we are for round one. I would like to play first and turn 2 werewolf on the play. Seems fine to me. You can keep hands like this when you are playing 18 lands. I would be a little more nervous about... I'd probably still keep it if I wasn't. But I'd be a little bit more nervous about it. Can you handle Ginny Loggins? She will take you to a zone of danger. Will you trade her? I don't think they will, and I'd be happy with this trade. My opponent also mulliganed, so I'm relatively happy one for oneing with them. What's more likely to get in an attack? Probably the Shrill Howler. Like, it's already difficult to block. Really? What does that mean? I'm not so sure about this one, buddy. That might just be a good trade for me because, like, I don't have a terrific way to get rid of your dudes. This is so good later, though. And like, if they had 4 mana, maybe? I think it just means they're going to tap out. They don't think I want to trade. Yeah, that's exactly what it meant. They'd rather trade that than this. Alright, so I can attack in, they trade here and take 2, or they trade here and take 1. Like, this guy's, what, 6 to flip? So that's going to be a while. I could play and equip this. What does that do? It gives something +1 in the butt. I'm not entirely sure that's what I want to do. Yeah, even though these cards are good. I could also just play the Bloodbriar. But I think I'm still relatively happy to trade off cards here. Like, once we hit another blue, we can refill our hand. This is an easy trade for them. And we can, like, we've got recursion effects in the deck. There's all sorts of things we can be doing here. That'll slow us down a little bit for sure. I'm just going to equip this and pass. They don't have great attacks in. This is a human. I could attack and see if I can get him to chump with the Desperate Sentry and make an Eldrazi, and then try to get him with the Scrutiny later. Because, like, they're going to block that, right? They almost have to chump there and then send the Eldrazi back. I think I actually like that because I don't want them to emerge a Wretched Griff. Like, I guess we've just missed 4 points of damage if we don't attack there. Because they're going to emerge that Wretched Griff. Don't you know Wretched Griff goes in blue-green? It just makes the attack with Ginny better next turn. Ginny is so vigilant. I wonder how much I'm going to regret not trading the Shrill Howler off for the Priest. Because it would be my Bloodbriar versus their Desperate Sentry. I maybe should have just respected the Priest a little more. Wasn't quite as worried about it because we have one human here. But it is going to make the True Faith Sensor awkward. sure what they're thinking about. Oh. Well then. I see your faith is unbroken. A bold move. It may just kill me. So the swarm that is horrid. This is 7, this gives me 3. I can just sack it and get a big board presence. That makes it kind of hard for me to die to Faith Unbroken. Doesn't mean I lose my little buddy though. It also means I won't be able to equip anything and I won't have scrutiny up, and I'd like to. But the choice is basically play it or don't. Like, I hit them for 3, they tap my guy and start swinging back for 3. That's okay, I guess. I don't know, I feel like a 4/4 is good on this board. And being able to equip the tokens into 3/2s seems pretty good too. The anti-synergy here is pretty hilarious. But you need an instant board presence? I suppose there's more hard things you could do. Okay. I have indeed been purged. I see you like going all in. There's a chance they want to tap an insect. Okay, not much of a chance. Let's get our survivalists on. I do think we'll want a Mockery of Nature in this particular matchup. Yeah, I need more respect for the Sigardan Priest. You got me? I'll take it. I don't know what you got, but I'm okay being at 9, I think. Because we're about to get vigilant on the Backwoods Survivalist. Slayer's Plate. Yeah, that, removal for artifacts would be quite good here. They've also got a trick in hand, and I'm not sure what it is. But if they go to equip, I can Shrinky Dink if I want to. I may not want to. Like, they may have to hold that back to block with. Like, we've got option of Chump with an insect. That's some kind of ant, or I guess that's a beetle? What are the extra little tiny hands here? Are those antenna? I guess this would be antenna. Like, if those are actually tiny little legs, then it's really more of an arachnid, isn't it? So our options here are eat that and leave them with a token and get our dude back, or just chump it. Oh, we're done attacking. Okay. That's very interesting. Very interesting, yes. So we can grapple and perhaps hit the delirium. I think I would like to know if we've hit delirium before I attack. It's not super likely that we will, but we could. So I'm going to start here. Alright. So we can get Foul Emissary, looking for an emerge creature. We don't have any flying ones, remember. We can get the Altered Ego, or we can just get back our Shrill Howler. Because he's gone full Voltron here, I'm kind of interested in taking the Altered Ego and holding it up. We could make our own Sigardan Priest, which doesn't really do much, but assuming we're eventually going to trade for that, it might. We do not have the Delirium. I think the best card's probably the Altered Ego, even though it's not going to be huge. Just make another Backwoods Survivalist, if that's what we want to do. I'm not dying for the land. I guess if I wanted to, I could take the land and play the Brute, just to try to enable the trample here and then get them with that. But I'm still kind of scared of this. I guess I can chump block it infinitely. So why not just take the forest, spam out the Brute? It does just get tapped. But do I have a good attack if I can Shrinky Dink his guy? I probably do. He's going to get a spirit and try to kill me with it. That's the hard part to figure out, is like the spirit and killing me with it is kind of scary. I guess kind of the point of the deck is the Foul Emissary, and that lets me find more stuff. There's so many options here to think about. I don't want to play something they can just tap down, so that rules out, I think, everything but the Altered Ego. So I'm going to take that. That actually means I'm sort of okay with them blocking and getting the spirit token because I can make one? No, that doesn't make any sense. They'll just kill me with it. It also disguises that I have something, because taking the Altered Ego leaves me with the biggest reason to leave mana up. We've got 2 enchantment kill cards, enchantment/artifact cards, and I will bring them both in for this, because they've probably got a choking restraints as well. Alright, you're gonna need something good there, bud. I would love to hit another Island. There you have it. That lets me play the Brute and potentially get the Delirium going, all the while leaving up Jace's Scrutiny. I think I'm down with that. What have they got? Silver Strike? They could have Silver Strike. How bad is Silver Strike for me? It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. If I'm worried about Silver Strike, wouldn't I just make another big Backwoods Survivalist? Because I can't make a Backwoods Survivalist after the fact. Like, it's just not going to happen. Yeah, I think Silver Strike is what's up here. And I think that means I'm fine letting them do it. I just want to have my Survivalist first. Tenacity. Okay, played around the wrong uncommon. It is sad, and we are sad. Because Scrutiny would have been okay here? No, it wouldn't have even done anything, actually. This just leaves me with a Backwoods Survivalist, which is fine. It puts the race firmly out of my control. Oh, alright, alright, alright. Get rocked by Tenacity, Travis. Alright, Slayer's Plate confirmed good. So I think the way that we win this is by wrecking what they're doing. They've got a plan, which is I'm going to go all in on this stuff. And I think my plan is no, you're not. So what's not good in this particular matchup? Sleep paralysis is a fine answer to Voltrons. The Swarm is an easy cut for the Mockery. Also respecting the Tapper is an easy one to figure out. I don't think combat tricks are where I want to be, so something like, well, I'm not actually playing any that I'd want to cut. I do want to get the Spring Sage Ritual in here, though. Maybe for our own True Faith sensor, if they're playing a Tapper that's going to hit some of our cards, I don't want to be going in with that. I think. No, I'll still use it. It's good on a human. I'll cut the scrutiny for it. That's a little sad, but we'll live. We'll live. Yes. I would like to play first. Alright, we're going to try this again. I think I still go with the turn 2 Jenny, and then we start looking at Rampage. And I don't have to attack with it or be as aggressive as I was previously. It's like if I play this, I don't have like a 5-drop, a 4-drop to hit. But it does still give me a Dawson on turn 4. Not to mention, again, they may not have something here. Then again, they might. That's okay. It's okay. We have a plan. It is a good plan. Neither of these are werewolf wizards, are they? No. Alright. That was a good plan, because now I have to recast it. But recast it I shall. I want that Dawson, yo. Well, I was going to have it anyway. I suppose we're pseudo okay with them going all in with their Voltron because we can get it back. It's just a matter of how much damage can we take while they do it. It would appear they're very much on a tempo plan. And they want to drag us under in this draft. I don't want to be dragged under. I suppose our best hope is that they don't attack, meaning they just don't have anything. Like, that means we can't get in with the Dawson, but we can get in with Jinne and hold up an instant. I'll attack with Jenny here. And I think I'd prefer to... Well, I'd probably prefer to play the Byway Courier, honestly. Like, I want to use all my mana, but they've got to have an equipment or something, and I want to be able to just get rid of this dude, right? Elder Deep Friend, you say? Okay. Well, this is one of those scenarios where I might want to have an instant, because otherwise I'm not casting anything. And that is a nice solid answer for an Elder Deep Friend. It is going to eat Jenny, which I don't particularly like. But we're all right. We're all right. Frog Walker too? Okay. You walk those frogs. I don't know if you're going to get better than prevent 5 damage. I'm not entirely convinced that you are. Like, I appreciate that you tried, but I think the kind of game we're playing, we don't need you. You're not the droid we're looking for. Alright, so I got all this mana. Do I have anywhere to go? I think where I have to go is sleep paralysis this so it doesn't kill me. And play a backwoods survivalist. Because that uses my mana all day. Elder Deep Friend is not a fair and balanced magic card. This does leave us unable to block the Frog Walker this turn, but I think we can handle that. That puts us to 13. They play Swamp and Triskaidekaphobia, and we are sad. That's not what happens. Alright, we don't really have attacks. I can flip this guy. It doesn't do a whole lot. I think I'm just going to Vexing Scuddler and get back the Scour the Laboratory. Because I can just cast it and then have that in my hand. Have blocks for everything. We block here. We block there. We block here. We'll have the Scuddler. Like, we're a little soft to Tenacity. And that would be sad. But I mean, this is value, right? And we're under the gun. Like, I don't want to trade 5 for 3 when I'm at 10. I guess there's an argument for attacking with the Dawson, because if they attack me with the Scab, I'm not blocking. Because, like, Tenacity just wrecks her face. It's also pretty good against sleep paralysis, and we know that they're playing it. But I guess this is a good chance for me to see if they have a trick, because if they attack with the Stitchwing Scab, they got something. Oh, good lord, that's great. I think that's the best news ever. Now, yeah, they'll eventually drain us out with the Wayward Disciple, but we got answers to that. So is your plan really... No. Okay, your plan is Tenacity. Okay. No? Maybe? Okay, I'll trade this for a trick. You can get me there. Survive the night? Sure. I got wrecked. You frog walked me. That's kind of handy. That's kind of handy indeed. think I want to go for it. They've got some life gain on his stick, but we got to start hitting him somewhere. Spontaneous mutation, eh? Alright. I mean, we still kill your dude. I guess you want that to happen? Alright. Not ideal, but now we're starting to get a better board presence than our opponent has. Like, we can start looking at attacking with ground creatures now. I could die to a Frogwalker, I suppose. We can handle that. We can get another Dawsant if we want to. I think I do. So, like, I can move this over and attack with this guy. It still trades with something, but I think the Air Force is the direction I want to go in. And I think this is just valuable. I may as well make it as big as possible, right? So it just kills them. I understand that this one can't transform. We do get 2 free wizards out of it the other way. It can already now block the Frogwalker, so we don't have to worry about that. I just got so many big things to cast. Like, another option is to cast the Mockery of Nature and get rid of the Spontaneous Mutation and go for kills there. I think I like the Ego this turn, though. It just gives me good blocks on everything they're doing. God forbid we draw an instant. That would be good. So how much can I get in for if I just Mockery of Nature this? I could do it for 1, have the 2 tokens, and attack them for 6, 7, 8. Oh, that's 15 damage. Still having a flying blocker back. I'm not convinced that's not just an amazing play. I want to cast Scour the Laboratory as well, so I think I just upgrade this guy. Since I'm already going to be casting this anyway, let's just do it. I could hit another instant and flip it, potentially. I probably should have cast the card draw first. That's really sad. I don't want to discard my Altered Ego. I certainly should have cast the card draw first. I mean, it's good to get punished when you make mistakes. It's kind of sad when it happens, though. I think Grappled with the Past is our best draw. Oh, we whiffed on it, though. We do still get to attack in the air. Do we get to attack on the ground? No, he just trades it for that. I mean, this guy's going to flip. Yeah, I certainly should have cast the card draw first. Oh, life lessons. Life lessons. All right, let's get an instant. It's a good one. I don't have anything to plop with it yet. Is it worth blowing up my own True Faith sensor? Not yet. Not yet. I think it is worth doing this. And this. And leaving up the instant. Because we can make their team swing in next turn. We've got to be careful not to get down past 5. I like having the mana. So what does making their team swing in do? Do we kill them on the backswing? Not if they have tenacity, but I mean, you're not playing around that forever. I can't do that and flip this guy. This guy right here. Just cast a Slayer's Plate, please. I'm not going to do it now. I want this guy flipped first. Alright, this is the turn you attack with everything you got. So you guys come on in. We're going to play around tenacity to the best of our ability. So that works. That works. That works. And this works. I think we have to Spring Sage our guy because we're taking 3 plus these die. So I think we have to Spring Sage our True Faith sensor, which will flip this. Which still leaves me with a 6/5 blocking that. So while not necessarily ideal, I think this plays the best around that, and that means this guy will eat that guy, which is good. That means we don't draw to these triggers, and we kill our opponent on the swing back. Okay, that was not pretty, but we got there. I doubt they sided out those cards. They were just in the bottom 14. The game plays completely differently if they have those artifact thingies. But Grizzled Angler, showing the nature of his metal. If you're going to draw cards at any point in a turn, do that first. Of course, then I guess they make us discard the Mockery of Nature, and that whole turn plays out differently. So I'm going on the draw. Do I want to Convolute? That's actually not bad against an Elder Deep Friend. We've got to Deny Existence too, but Convolute can hit more things. It could hit a Tenacity, and that could be a pretty big blowout. I think I want to get Convoluted here. Because I've got some other stuff I can be holding up instants for. And I'm not sold that Epitaph Golem wins this game. I think I can go down to 14 creatures and not entirely hate myself, although I'm a bit over sideboarded at this point. I am a bit over sideboarded. I'm willing to admit that, because we've got the Spring Sage Ritual and the Mockery, but I view the Mockery as very similar to the Hard Swarm. They're just slightly better in different circumstances. I've still yet to get to play Clear Shot. Maybe one day, though, Clear Shot. Laboratory Brute doesn't do a whole lot. It does some things, though. Maybe I'd rather have an Epitaph Golem than that. Like, it does block all of their little stuff, but again, it does block all their little stuff. I think I'm in for the Brute getting the boot. It plays nicely with some of the cards here, but this guy just stops any ground assault. And I think that's what I'm looking for. Alright, let's get Convoluted. I don't love Convolute on the draw, but against Elder Deep Friend, it can do a thing. And that's a swingy enough card that I think we need to be prepared. I have to play a little quickly here. I'm down on time. Not by much, but I'll try to make the decisions quickly. Like, this looks like a keep. It's not particularly beautiful, but I think if you mulligan this hand, you probably mulligan too many hands. Blurp. Frog Walker, Texas Ranger. Pretty sad if we're suiting up a Bloodbriar, but I guess we can do that if we gotta. Suiting up a Shrill Howler, though, that I like, because there's not much that can block it. That gives us kind of a reliable 4 to the face. If you don't handle that in 5 turns, you kind of get wrecked. Okay. So we know we're not going to die to a Frog Walker. So options include but are not limited to suit 'em up or not. I think I like the suit 'em up. It's not great if they bounce it. I suppose that's our biggest fear. But it does let us potentially play a 5-drop next turn. And again, the Shrill Howler is difficult for them to block. Do you have an Elder Deep Friend? You probably do, don't you? I don't like that. I really don't like that. So if they've got an Elder Deep Friend, I guess we can flash in the Behemoth to not get totally wrecked. I mean, we still get a lot of wrecked, but it's not totally wrecked. And if they don't have it, this is just fine. It essentially means we're trading our Shrill Howler for their Wretched Graph, and that's actually good for us. Okay, Tenacity. Alright, that's kind of the same situation. Kind of? So clearly we don't want to let them block and just eat our dude, so let's just make this work. So that is the kind of card that can swing Erase, and now we don't particularly have to stress about it. Black mana, you say? Alright, we've got 2 enchantment removals in here. It would be nice to draw one of them. So our plan now is play a Bloodbriar and kind of not be able to do anything at all. Or play a Scour the Laboratory next turn and draw something that can stop them. I think that means we hold up and Scour end of turn. If they have a counterspell, they would have just used it for whatever's going to pop that enchantment. It's probably going to get us here unless we draw I guess the tap one of your dudes thing would work. Like, getting our guy back isn't the concern. Dawson blocks. But a bounce spell just wrecks us. I cast Dawson and Clear Shot. Dawson's 5, and then I've got 2, so that doesn't work. Clear Shot's +1/+1, so I've got to be able to get something with enough power. I don't think this works. Can I grapple back the Shrill Howler? No, that doesn't work. Our whole game plan is you don't have anything. I don't like that game plan. That's not a good game plan, but it's the game plan we have. So we're dead to a removal spell. We're not dead to a combat trick. But anything that can kill this, yeah, kind of wrecks us there. That is unfortunate. There's some higher variance cards in this set, like Faith Unbroken, like Blood Mist, and I've tried some of them out and played with them, but that one got us. I think we needed, yeah, good games, man. I think we needed a little bit more early action, and we kept a heavy hand. But I don't think there was anything I could have done there. Because if this was 2 mana, all of a sudden it changes. I guess if I've legitimately got no answer, I could have grappled instead, right? And I look at the top 3 cards, and I have to hit Mockery of Nature, but I can't even cast it. So I don't think grapple does anything. Getting the Howler back doesn't do anything. Yeah, got wrecked there. Off of the splashed certain death. I would say Dawson of Perfection is meant for certain death. Well, that'll do us for this week, folks. I appreciate you tuning in. I will see you here next week and look for you on the stream at twitch.tv/Simulon. Have a good one, my friends.